Hi folks, and welcome back to another video. This is almost the finished project of the Portable Wargames Fantasy Armies. These are actually homemade 2mm figures using green stuff. They're a relatively easy build to do. We'll take a bit of a closer look at them so you get the idea. Each base basically represents an entire unit. They're based for the Portable Wargames Fantasy version, which is in the Portable Wargames Compendium, if you're interested. So take it as close as I can get to them. So there's a cavalry unit, a spear, the mainstay of the elven army, another cavalry unit, and 2 bow units. And then if we zoom over to the other battlefield for the orcs, you've got wolf riders, bowmen, and the main part of the army, which is the war bands, some more bows, and a bit more wolf riders. So yeah, let me just pick one up, get an even closer look if we can, if it'll focus. There you go. So close up you can tell that it's, you know, nothing special. It's you know, basically it's a splodge of green stuff rolled out with some detail cut into it, pressed into the sides, and then sort of, you know, there's a lot of green because they're orcs, and a lot of silver because they're armour, and a bit of brown dotted on the top as well. Found the best way to do is just to add little dots over the black. Then the you know, very simple flags just to give them a bit of uniqueness. So yeah, I mean it's a relatively easy process. The elves are exactly the same. Obviously a bit more formal. I've gone for a blue colour for the elves. Lots of gold for their armour and stuff like that. So as I say, it's very simple. Get as close in as I can. You'll just see that it is just basically a load of random dots, apart from the front, which is giving a bit of uniformity, because obviously they're elves. They like to fight in formed units. So yeah, that's the the board itself is just basically hardboard painted in the squares. The roads themselves are just basically pieces of plastic cut to make roads, and the woods are actually pom-poms painted onto going EVA foam, the sort of stuff you find, those mats that link together, painted up like kind of like trees. So they're good. They work really well. The buildings themselves are actually the 3mm from battle scale wargame buildings. Really lovely little sculpts. I mean, the detail on these things, I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's great. They're great. So I went for a sort of a dry brush idea. I tried with you know, the washes and things like that, but it didn't really work. So it's, yeah, the dry brush technique is really good. You know, you just build them up from a black undercoat and just basically add the layers of until you get it to the colour you want. It's, yeah, great fun. So that's my finished version of the elves and the orc armies. I'm going to add a human army. I'm not quite sure whether I'm just going to go for the Rohan army, you know, from Lord of the Rings, or whether I'm going to go for sort of a more sort of Warhammer Empire army. Not quite sure yet, but as I say, it's not going to be, probably going to be what, the same size as the elves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, just to give them a little bit of what's called, that'll be more of a formal stuff instead of the splodges, you know, the war bands of the orcs. So there'll be more of a formal army like the elves. While we're talking 2mm and 3mm homemade stuff, these are another little project I've been working on in the background. These are basically blocks of EVA foam, sprayed black, and then painted a little bit of detail onto them. Same effect again, you know, just a bit more uniformity, because these guys are going to be French. These are, as I say, French, and an entire division. Going to be using them on this board as well, just to what you got. So if I stick these guys out, unfortunately I've managed to lose the commander, but that's an entire corps, so you know they don't take up much space at all. So yeah, it's great fun. That works really well. You know, you could have, I mean, this isn't a very big area. This is a 4 by, I think it's about 4 foot by 2 foot. So you know, you could have 2 corps on there easy, fighting each other. So yeah, that's a little bit of a later project. And so the base is pretty simple, plastic old sign, and I've basically drawn the detail of some sort of countryside onto it, and then sticking the foam blocks on top. So yeah, I'm gonna watch. This is gonna be I think it's the French around 1813, but you know, to be honest, it doesn't really matter because they're really tiny, you know. So they can, you know, put together little made-up armies, and that'll work well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. It's lasted a bit longer than I normally do, but there you go. And as always, thanks for taking the time to watch the videos, and I look forward to hopefully doing some more. Bye for now.